Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Yes, you've already seen my face tonight. This is the second update. We had some new news from Frank Saravalli appearing on Oilers Now with Brendan Escott and Cam Moon filling in for Bob Stauffer while he's away on vacation. And the news was pretty big from Frank, so I figured this was worth doing a second update for you guys. So let's go over what Frank had to say on Oilers Now. A special thanks to David Staples over at the Cult of Hockey for putting all this information together. Here's what Frank had to say. The Oilers have options. They are pursuing those options. There are other things that Edmonton is looking at, I think, including a potential trade that could shake things up a little bit more than going just the PTO route. This trade could happen before training camp. The thing is, it's so fluid right now. I think there are 7 different scenarios that Stan Bowman and his staff are probably looking at. They're looking at a lot of different options around the league. Frank also mentioned that the Oilers should be interested in 28-year-old UFA defenseman Tony DeAngelo, who he argued is a better player than any of the other unsigned veterans, such as Tyson Barrie, Justin Schultz, and Kevin Shattenkirk. He states, all the intel that I have is that he's a really well-liked teammate. Have there been some skirmishes that have popped up over the course of a career? Did he gain notoriety for his Twitter account? Those things are all true. Some of them are true. Some of them have become legend. But I think what you're talking about is the potential for a 50-point defenseman on your team that is still in his 20s, that is ready, willing, and able to play for close to league minimum, and would absolutely love to be in Edmonton. If the goal is to win, teams can't hold a popularity contest when it comes to bringing in players. Are we looking to have a team of nice guys who win in the community, or are we looking to have a team that wins the Stanley Cup? I think there is a way to blend both of those missions. While the Oilers certainly haven't stayed away from controversial decisions, bringing in Evander Kane, Corey Perry, Craig McTavish back in the day, hiring Stan Bowman as general manager, this team has made those decisions, moved forward, and quite frankly, a lot of those decisions have worked out very well for them. Over my past few videos, I really haven't focused on Tony DeAngelo too much. It seemed to be more Tyson Barrie, Justin Schultz, even Kevin Shattenkirk sneaking in there lately. But maybe Tony DeAngelo is the name we should be focusing on when it comes to the PTO route. Tony DeAngelo is a right shot, which of course the Oilers need. Last year, in 31 games played with the Carolina Hurricanes, he picked up 3 goals, 8 assists for 11 points, and was a -7. Over on X, Carmen Gill pointed out the following. Darnell Nurse and Tony DeAngelo played together in junior. If I remember correctly, DeAngelo was brought in specifically to help Nurse with the puck movement part of his defensive pairing. It worked in junior, it may work in the NHL if his past issues have actually been resolved. Obviously, that will be the key. As I mentioned earlier, Tony DeAngelo does have his locker room issues, so if he's going to be just another reclamation project for the Edmonton Oilers and he's going to deter away from the main goal of winning the Stanley Cup, then of course, yeah, you don't bring him in. But if he is brought in on a PTO, maybe you can sort that out in training camp, figure out the issues if there are going to be. And if Tony DeAngelo has been able to move forward, get past his hopefully former problems, then maybe he could be a big help for the Edmonton Oilers, especially on a league minimum contract. But these are things the Edmonton Oilers would definitely need to figure out before they signed him to an actual contract. So we'll see what happens there with that, guys. But Frank did also mention we may see a trade where the Oilers kind of shake up the lineup a bit. I don't know where Frank is really going with that one. I mean, obviously, yeah, you're looking to bring in a top 4 right shot D, but as for who could be moving off the lineup, Brett Kulak maybe? I mean, you're not moving Darnell Nurse, you're not moving Matthias Ekholm, you're not moving Evan Bouchard. Anybody else up front? I mean, most of those guys you just re-signed. Vander Kane's not going anywhere, so aside from possibly moving Brett Kulak, we did talk about moving possibly Brett Kulak and Cody Ceci out earlier this summer. Cody Ceci has, of course, since left. So possibly Brett Kulak, and then maybe you bring in a cheaper left shot D in that third pairing or promote somebody up. Or I don't know. Brett Kulak is the only name that really comes to mind where you could maybe create some more cap space there, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on that one. But Frank mentioning a trade that could possibly shake up the lineup there. Brett Kulak is the only name that comes to my mind, but if you guys can think of somebody else that makes sense, it's not going to be Darnell Nurse. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Tony DeAngelo? Do you think he would be a good PTO to bring in? Do you think his problems are behind him, or should the Oilers just stay away? Once again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.